"She's not your wife." Thomas then has a clip of Meghan that made love with two men in his house, urged Harry to get a divorce. The Duchess of Sussex's father, Thomas Markle, told The Insider that he had no plans to reunite with her in London earlier in June. As Thomas, at 77, was meant to travel to the UK for Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee, which Meghan and Prince Harry had attended alongside the other members of the royal family. But Thomas was hospitalized after having a stroke in May, and was forced to miss the celebration as he recovered at home. "I had a stroke, and I was unable to attend the Jubilee, and I'm still recovering, but it was my intention to come to pay my respects to the Queen, the royals, and the British people," as Thomas had said in a part of a statement shared with The Insider. "I was invited by the Jubilee by Dan Wooten and Lady C and other friends in Britain. I didn't plan on seeing my daughter and Harry," he added later in his statement. Earlier, Meghan Markle was still living with her chef then-boyfriend, Corey Vitiello, when she went on her first date with Prince Harry, a new book claims. As according to Revenge, Meghan, Harry and the War Between the Windsors, out now in the UK, Meghan and then-actress on the USA Network show Suits, in 2016 had put into action a plan to befriend a group of well-connected Brits. Among them were Harry's childhood friend, Violet van Wenselholtz, who was working as a publicist for Ralph Lauren. Meghan had been hired to wear the designer's clothing during the Wimbledon tennis tournament in the summer of 2016. In a conversation with the Wenselholtz at Wimbledon, author Tom Bauer writes, Meghan had persuaded sensitive soul van Wenselholtz to set her up with a blind date with the prince. As her problems were familiar to all unmarried actors in their mid-30s, the fear of loneliness and personal and financial insecurity, Bauer writes. Unsurprisingly, Meghan was preoccupied by her own financial security and finding a husband. And before agreeing to the setup, the book claims that van Wenselholtz sent Harry some photos of the dark-haired actress. Van Wenselholtz's father, Piers, is an interior decorator and antique dealer and an old chum of Prince Charles's wife, Camilla. During the weekend visit to the van Wenselholtz's Hertfordshire country estate, and during joint family holidays, Prince Harry and William played with Violet and the children. And although Bauer writes that Meghan's 2-year romance with Vitiello, a Toronto-based chef, was in the last throes when she had met Harry, as they still shared a home together. The book also claims that the 2 weeks after their first date on July 1st, 2016, Harry had secretly flew to Toronto and had stayed for about 1 week in the house of a friend of Meghan's, probably Jessica Mulroney. With Corey still sharing Meghan's home, and the situation for Meghan was tricky but manageable. And at the end of the week, after he returned to London, Meghan was convinced that her spell was cast and the relationship with Harry would be sealed. As she had told Corey that their affair was over, Bauer writes. And according to the book, Vitiello was relieved, and the final months had been unpleasant. In other news, the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, may return to King Charles to negotiate some sort of deal to break the marriage with Prince Harry in 2 years, it is claimed. Royal expert and author Tom Bauer had told Page 6 that as the couple's money woes mount, the Duchess of Sussex may be tiring of Harry and seek an exit plan within 2 years. Tom Bauer per Daily Star told Page 6, "There are many now in London who say that Meghan are tiring of Harry." Author of Revenge, Meghan, Harry and the War Between the Windsors, further said, "They speculate that in 2 years she will say, 'This is enough,' and should negotiate some sort of deal with King Charles to break the marriage." As Meghan Markle and Prince Harry got married on May 19, 2018, and have 2 children, Archie and Lilibet.